So in this video, we're going to be talking about what might have happened if the player joined TSP. Welcome back to the What If series, which I'll continue until Inner City and other updates release, and don't worry, I'll be making theory videos and more. This series is fan fiction, so you can also get to participate. Comment your what if something something, and that's all you need to do, and I'll do the thinking. Now lastly, please subscribe. You guys have been loving these videos lately, and a subscribe will be really supportive of you. So without any further ado, let's jump right into today's video. What if the player joined TSP? In the middle of an alleyway, the player and Doggy were tasked to arrest a criminal who has been stealing food supplies in the city. They head in and find a raccoon chasing them to stop them. They outrun the raccoon and head into a house and find a wolf, the one they had been tasked to find and arrest. Willow begs them to leave her, but what needs to be done has to be done. She and her comrade Rash had been arrested and taken to the Lucella police station. Much later, police officer Doggy and player find themselves running around the city trying to escape from an infection caused by a billionaire scientist who wanted to cure his wife. They decide to rest in the forest after escaping from the gallery. When the player wakes up, he realizes that his partner Doggy has been infected. He finally makes up his mind that he can't save him anymore and escapes the forest. He finds a walkie-talkie where he gets a call from a person to save his friend from the school where she is trapped in. The player on the way is now wondering, was this how Willow felt when she was ripped away from her loved ones? He started to feel sympathetic towards her. Now, the story continues to be the same until the store map where the group are now at the Old Oak. This is where the story changes. Willow here, instead of taking Zizzy hostage, takes the player. She wanted him to feel the pain. She thought letting the two rot while he can't do anything about them would be the best way to torture him. They reach the refinery and the player never spoke a word on the way. Willow shuts him up in a room. She wanted to curse him out for what he had done to her, but before she could open her mouth, the player said, "I'm sorry, Willow." "What?" said Willow in confusion. "I'm really sorry about what happened to you and what we did to you," said the player. "What is this? Some kind of trick?" said Willow. "How could this possibly be a trick? You saw the two back there. My hands are tied and you have a gun," said the player. "You got a point, but I don't understand," said Willow. "I want to help you," said the player. "You want to join TSP?" asked Willow. "If that is helping you, then yes," said the player. "Oh wow, I did not expect this," said Willow. Thinking what he did was the right thing to do, he had quite literally abandoned his friends because of a thought he had a long time ago, and he still remembered it. Zizzy and Pony searched the refinery when they were met with disappointment that the player wasn't there. The two returned to the safe place to inform the rest of them about what happened. Everyone was sad that this had happened. The player slowly started to see how Willow's ways were like and started to have regrets about his choices. The player chose to stay back when he was asked to join them in attacking the safe place for causing a stir at the refinery. The player, being the only one apart from Tiger who was left behind, started to question his choices again. Did he mess up? Was this the right choice? He did not know. He closed his eyes, and when he opened them again, it still looked black. Until he looked up.
"I have the answer for your question. You would like to know, wouldn't you?"
The story continues to be the same until the camp map where the group, except for the fact that player has been replaced by Zizzy, reach the entrance to the lab, where the cure is being held. In between, the player has had enough of the way Willow deals with things and decided to turn against her with Tigry. Willow meets Tigry at the entrance. She also sees the player. "Guess the two of you cowards actually joined together," said Willow. "You had it coming. You're nothing but a twisted wolf," said Tigry. "Says someone like you," said Willow. And just when Willow finishes saying that, Tigry jumps at Willow and brawls her. It took little time for Tigry to realize that he needed help, but the player just stood still and did nothing. But all of a sudden, he snaps his head towards the two and jumps at Willow. He lands a hard punch and it was enough to knock her out. He looks up at Tigray and says, "That should do." He goes up to the others and looks at them, ashamed with himself. He apologizes. "It's okay. We forgive you. Now let's go find that cure," said Zizzy. The player has never been happier to be forgiven. He doesn't feel like he deserves it, and that he had betrayed such nice people. He couldn't control his emotions. The group search around and find the cure. "There it is. Come, let's go get it," said Pony. "You ain't coming?" asked Mimi to the player. No answer came.
Everyone back off. Don't get in my way,
said the player, but it wasn't in his own voice. "What? What happened to your voice?" said Pony, slowly approaching the player, and without warning, the player hits Pony in the face, hard, and knocks him out cold. "What are you doing?" asked Mimi, and the player attacks her. Zizzy withdraws her fencing sword and attacks the player, but it was no use. The player dodged all her slashes and finally lands a strike in the face. He grabs a sword and walks towards the cure.
They should have listened to my warning.
And that wraps up the shortest what if yet made. Halfway through making this, I just realized how funny it would be if the Piggy storyline was like 6.5 minutes long, but in reality it isn't. But you guys know the storyline, right? Like, I don't need to dictate or read the entire Piggy storyline in a video so that you guys can understand a version of it which doesn't exist. It makes no sense. So yeah, halfway through this, I felt that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And about the series I wanted to do, I realized most of my audience are not from my own time zone, which makes it like extremely hard for me to record videos. I can't be staying up 3 a.m. in middle of the night recording a video, so it's just not possible. So with that, I'd like to end it off here. Please subscribe if you guys enjoy these what ifs I post. This one is, and also if you guys want to watch the other what ifs I make, it's I've made a playlist specifically specifically for these what if videos, which you guys can watch. So yeah, go check it out, this playlist, and subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.